Bonjour and welcome to another session of French Beginners course. In this session, I would like to present some more basic grammar elements. They're presented also on the discussion board in the course instruction for the 5th week, such as the modal verbs vouloir, pouvoir, devoir, the impersonal verbs and expressions, as well as the second group verbs, regular and irregular. From the second group verbs category, second group verbs irregular, we have already learned the verbs sortir, dormir, and partir, which we will review in a second, right before introducing the second group verbs regular. Alors, as you already know, we're going to go on the Français Interactif web page, and under the grammar or the index site, we will go under verb section, IR verb, IR being the second group verbs. We have the second group verbs regular, irregular like ouvrir, and other irregulars like partir, sortir, dormir. Let's first review the irregular partir, sortir, dormir, and we will move our way up to ouvrir and regular verbs. Bon. Alors, the characteristic of the verb partir, sortir, dormir is that although they are second group verbs, they are irregular because they don't follow the second group verbs pattern. They have two radicals or two stems, one radical for the singular persons and one radical for the plural persons. What does that mean? Let's see in a moment. Alors, partir, we know that we obtain the radical of a verb by eliminating the ending characteristic for that group, which is ER for the first group verbs, IR for the second group verbs. So we will eliminate the ending. However, we also know that we have two radicals in the case of irregular verbs. So that means that for the person je, tu, il, elle, on, right, singular, we will eliminate the consonant plus the infinitive ending. So that would be TIR. So what we're left with, par, that would be the radical for first singular, second singular, and third singular. For the first plural, second plural, and third plural, we will eliminate only ER. So what's left, that is the radical part, is going to be the radical to which we will add the specific terminaison, specific endings for those groups. Alors je pars, tu pars, il part, elle part, on part. Nous partons, vous partez, ils partent, elles partent. Note that the endings, the terminaison for je, tu, il, elle are mute. Okay, so usually when we have two consonants, the final consonant is mute. We don't hear it. Je pars. It's not je pars, but je pars. Tu pars, il part, elle part. However, in the plural forms, because the terminaison for the first plural, second plural, and third plural persons starts with vowel, then T is going to become sonore. Nous partons, vous partez, ils partent, elles partent. And always encouraging you to remember a verb with its past participle, le participe passé, parti. Usually, the past participle for the second group verbs, whether irregular or irregular, is going to be E. And the participe passé for the first group verbs, those ending in ER, is going to be E. Bon, ainsi de suite, let's see, the same way does the verb sortir. Alors, we know we have two radicals. The one for the singular persons is going to be obtained by eliminating all the way the consonant before the infinitive ending. the dictionary form, and what we're going to be left is going to be sort. Alors, je sors, tu sors, il sort, elle sort, on sort. Nous sortons, vous sortez, ils sortent, elles sortent. Dormir, je dors, tu dors, il dort, elle dort, on dort. Nous dormons, vous dormez, ils dorment, elles dorment. With the participe passé, dormi. Okay, so I hope that helped you remember or remind the second group verbs irregular. Now we also have another second group verb, also irregular, ouvrir, to open. Let's see what's the particularity of this verb. A very limited group of verbs with infinitives ending in er are irregular, that is, they do not follow the pattern of regular er verbs like finir. Verbs like ouvrir are conjugated instead like regular er verbs, like first group verbs. What does it mean? It means that in the infinitive form it looks like a second group verb, but really it's conjugated like a first group verb. You know, a first group verb has the endings e, es, ons, ez, ent. So, how are we going to conjugate it? First of all, we're going to get the radical by eliminating the er second group verb ending, and what's left? We're going to add to what's left the first group endings. Alors, j'ouvre, tu ouvres, il ouvre, elle ouvre, on ouvre. Nous ouvrons, vous ouvrez, ils ouvrent, elles ouvrent. Do not forget the liaison in plural forms between the S and the vowel that the verb starts with. Participe passé, ouvert. So, in a sense, verb ouvrir and verbs like ouvrir, we can call them faux amis, false friends, because they look like a second group verb, but they act like a first group verb. But really, the conjugation of a first group verb is very simple and straightforward. So in a sense, it makes it easier. Other verbs like ouvrir are couvrir, which is really a compound of the verb ouvrir. It means to cover. Okay, couvrir, découvrir, to discover. Usually in French language, the prefix de means to undo something, or des. Habiller, déshabiller, get dressed, get undressed. Défaire, undo, ainsi de suite. Offrir, to offer. Donc, j'offre, tu offres, il offre, elle offre, on offre. Nous offrons, vous offrez, ils offrent, elles offrent. With the participe passé, offert. And souffrir, to suffer. So they're pretty much combinations or of the same, or variations of the same verb. I encourage you to do the practice at the bottom of the explanation. You can do the check answers after you did the practice. Make sure you got your answers right, and if you didn't, you can go back to the grammar explanations and see where you went wrong, or you can just send me your email with a question. Donc, second group verb irregulars, verb like dormir, sortir, partir, and verbs like ouvrir, couvrir, découvrir, offrir, souffrir. But let's go back to the second group verbs and let's see how a regular second group verb does and what does it mean. Alors, a verb with infinitive ending in er form a second group of regular verbs in French, often called second conjugation verb. To conjugate these verbs, drop the er from the infinitive and add the second conjugation present tense endings, which are regular, they keep the same form. They're the same for all the regular second group verbs, and that is is, isi, ils isse, is. The singular and plural forms of the third person are clearly distinguishable. Fini, finis. Listen to the difference. Alors, je finis, tu finis, il finit, elle finit, on finit. Nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent, elles finissent. With the participe passé, finir, fini. Okay? So you can notice in pronunciation when you conjugate a verb, je finis, the S, the ending S is not audible, it's mute. Je finis, tu finis, il finit, elle finit, on finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent, elles finissent. The same goes for a whole list of verbs such as choisir, to choose, établir, to establish, grandir, to grow, grossir, to gain weight, maigrir, to lose weight, mincir, to get slimmer, obéir à quelqu'un, to obey someone, réagir, to react, réfléchir, to think, réunir, to get together, réussir, réussir à, to succeed at, vieillir, to grow old. And a note, this is referring to what we've mentioned previously. Not all verbs ending in er follow the pattern. However, irregular er verbs include ouvrir, partir, sortir, and dormir, and the verbs that are like ouvrir. Bon, voyons le petit texte de Tex. Alors, Tex et Ami réunissent des copains ce soir. Quel vin tu choisis, Tex? Tex réfléchit un moment et puis il choisit un bon vin rouge. Nous choisissons toujours du rouge. C'est bon pour la santé. Okay, let's try some of the practice real quick. Just maybe a few sentences to get you started off, and then you can finish the practice yourselves after, of course, having reviewed the second group verbs. Alors, voyons. Tex, beaucoup. We have to put, to fill in the blanks with the verb réfléchir, to think. Okay. I know I have to take er and put the ending of the third person singular because Tex can be replaced by il. Alors, Tex réfléchit beaucoup. Tex thinks a lot. Les enfants de Rita, we have to replace to fill in the blanks with grandir. Les enfants, we can replace it with the subject pronoun il in plural. Okay, we can say il. And we know that that's third person plural and the ending is is. Ils grandissent. Les enfants de Rita grandissent. Je grossir, to put on weight. Je grossis en hiver. I put on weight winter time. Je des amis pour manger une pizza. Je réunis des amis pour manger une pizza. Nous, à notre mère. So we are obeying. We obey our mom. Nous obéissons okay. So I eliminate the er and I put the ending of the first person plural. Nous obéissons à notre mère. We obey our mom. ainsi de suite, and some listening practice as well. Très bien. Alors, now that the second group verbs are presented, let's see another verb, the verb prendre. Prendre. It was also on the list for the basic grammar elements today. So we're going to go back to the home page, site index, under verbs, and let's see if we can see the verb prendre. We don't seem to find it. No problem. Then we're going to have to go under the verb conjugation list. So as you know, from any chapter we can go under verb conjugation reference. Prendre starts with P, so we're going to go all the way at the bottom of the list. Voilà. Prendre. Alors, je prends, tu prends, il prend, nous prenons, vous prenez, ils prennent. Okay. Prendre is really a third group verb, but you will use it a lot, especially when you have to order food at the restaurant or beverages. So this is one of the reasons I will present it. I'm presenting it so early in the process. Alors, as you can see, verbs ending in two consonants, the very last consonant, it's not audible, it's mute. Je prends, tu prends, il prend. Nous prenons, vous prenez, ils prennent, ils prennent. Now, another list of verbs that we have to present in this session is going to be the modal verbs. Vouloir, pouvoir, devoir. Modal verbs are very important, and they're also rather straightforward in use because usually they're used in combination with another verb. So the second rule verbs applies a lot to the use of the modal verbs. What that means is that once we use the modal verb, the second verb is most likely going to be in infinitive form. So I want to eat. I'm able to speak French. I have to go, ainsi de suite. It's pretty much like in English language as well. So what we're gonna do is from the home page, we'll go under the site index, verbs, and I'm most likely going to see modal verbs. Here they are. Alors voyons. Vouloir, pouvoir, and devoir are called modal verbs. When used with infinitives, they act as auxiliary verbs or semi-auxiliaries. Vouloir. Vouloir expresses a strong will or desire. In the present tense, it has the same feeling as a command. It is a regular verb. It is an irregular verb in the present tense. Note how the present tense forms a but, the stem, in this case the vowel, change only in the noun, in the nous and vous form. Vouloir. Alors je veux, tu veux, il veut, elle veut, on veut. Nous voulons, vous voulez, ils veulent, elles veulent. With the participe passé, voulu. Vouloir may be followed by an infinitive or a noun. Je veux du calme. I want some quiet. Or by a verb. Je veux dormir. I want to sleep. This verb is also often paired with the adverb bien to express that the meaning to be willing, to want something very bad. Oui, je veux bien. Tu veux boire du vin rouge? Do you want to drink some red wine. Oui, je veux bien. Yeah, I'd like that very much. Now another modal verbs, semi-auxiliary verb as well, is pouvoir. Pouvoir expresses the physical ability or permission to do something, the possibility, right? It is also an irregular verb with formation similar to vouloir. The boot formation is also evident. Alors, je peux, tu peux, il peut, elle peut, on peut. Nous pouvons, vous pouvez, ils peuvent, elles peuvent. With the participe passé pu. Pouvoir may be followed by an infinitive construction or may stand alone. As in English, pouvoir is used to give or to ask permission, translated by the English may. Est-ce que je peux m'asseoir? May I sit? Je peux m'asseoir, with a rising intonation. It's going to be a little bit different in inversion sujet-verbe. It's going to be puis-je m'asseoir. So we're not going to go there yet. It is important not to confuse the roles of pouvoir and savoir in French. Savoir expresses to know, whereas pouvoir expresses to be able to. Devoir. Devoir expresses obligation, probability, and supposition, but if followed by a noun, expresses the idea to owe. This verb is irregular in present form. Once again, the boot formation is seen with this verb. The stem changes in the first and second person plural conjugations. Alors, je dois, tu dois, il doit, elle doit, on doit. Nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent, elles doivent. With the participe passé, du. Devoir may be followed by an infinitive or may stand alone to have the meaning to have to. Je dois partir, I must leave. When followed by a noun, devoir means to owe. Je dois $10, I owe $10. All three verbs are often found in the conditional in order to be more polite in requests and commands. Conditional is the tense of politeness by excellence in French language. However, we have not learned the conditional, so we will leave that for a later date. Voyons un peu le texte. Je veux faire du shopping. Texte. Tu veux venir avec moi? Tu veux venir avec moi? Mais texte, tu ne peux pas. Tes étudiants doivent réviser pour l'examen de français. Doivent réviser. Oui, c'est vrai, Tamim. Est-ce que tu peux m'aider? Est-ce que tu peux m'aider? Can you help me? Mais texte, je dois absolument acheter une nouvelle robe pour le week-end. Je dois acheter. Je dois absolument acheter. Vas-y, Tammy, Tex et moi, nous pouvons aider les étudiants ensemble. Nous pouvons aider. We can help. Well, I hope this explanation helps you in your use of the modal verbs. Ensuite, we're going to present another structure, another verb. That is the verb venir as a standalone verb, which means to come, and as an auxiliary verb, which helps create the passé récent, which is the recent past. Let's go back to the web page, to the site index, under the verb section, and look for the verb venir. Alors, the verb venir is irregular in the present tense. Listen carefully to the pronunciation. Bon, non. Je viens, tu viens, il vient, elle vient, on vient. Nous venons, vous venez, ils viennent, elles viennent. with the past participle venu. Same as venir are the verbs devenir, to become, revenir, to come back, tenir, to hold, to keep, tenir à, to care about, to value. So pretty much compounds of the verb venir. But venir, besides being a standalone verb, as we said, it might be an auxiliary verb going in the creation of the passé récent. And let's see. Passé récent. Alors, passé immédiat. Also, immediate past. Voyons. When venir is conjugated in the present and followed by de, preposition de plus infinitive, it means to have just done something. This is called the recent past or le passé immédiat. Tex et Tammy viennent de regarder une vidéo romantique et ils viennent de finir toute une bouteille de vin. Il n'en reste plus une goutte. Oh chérie, je t'aime de tout mon cœur. Embrasse-moi, mon petit quadrupède. Bon. When venir is conjugated in imparfait, followed by de plus infinitive, it means had just done something. But we don't know imparfait quite yet, so we're going to leave that to a later date. So basically, in order to create passé récent, you just have to know the conjugation of the verb venir in present tense plus de plus the infinitive of the verb to conjugate. Let's see some of the examples. Edouard, so basically that would mean Edouard has just served the clients. Alors, vient de servir. Corey et Joe Bob, and we have to put regarder in passé immédiat ou passé récent. Alors, Corey et Joe Bob, that's going to be third person plural because it can be replaced by ils. Viennent de regarder un film. Je viens de finir mes devoirs. I've just finished my homework. Tex, est-ce que tu viens d'apostrophe écrire, just because écrire starts with vowel. Est-ce que tu viens d'écrire un poème? Did you just write a poem? Tammy et Betty viennent de voir, viennent, because Tammy et Betty can be replaced by the subject pronoun third person plural, elles. Alors, viennent de voir Sandra Bullock. Nous venons de boire une bouteille de vin. We just finished up, we just drank a whole bottle of wine. Ainsi de suite. Bon. Also, on today's list of verbs, we're gonna have the verb voir, croire, boire. Okay, boire is very important for this week's chapter number 5, as it refers to ordering food and drinks at a restaurant. So, in order to see the conjugation of these verbs, we can actually go on whatever chapter under the grammar section, under verb conjugaison reference. And we can go under B, we have the verb boire. You need to know verb boire, it's a third group verb. So while we are now learning only we have just learned the first group verbs and the second regular and irregular group verbs, we're not going to move on immediately to third group verbs, but some third group verbs are going to creep in because of the contexts we are trying to create every week. You know, there may be contexts referring to ordering food or to making appointments. So then we're just going to introduce slowly some of the third group verbs as well. Bon, donc voyons le verbe boire. And they give you here, it's going to be the same as the verb croire, to believe, or voir, to see. The verb boire in present tense, je bois, tu bois, il boit, elle boit, on boit. Nous buvons, vous buvez, ils boivent, elles boivent. Je bois, tu bois, il boit, elle boit, on boit. Nous buvons, vous buvez, ils boivent, elles boivent. Aussi, voyons le verbe croire. A bit more down the list, we have the verb croire, to believe. Je crois, tu crois, il croit, nous croyons, vous croyez, il croit. As you can see, they follow pretty much the same pattern. Je crois, tu crois, il croit, elle croit, on croit, nous croyons, vous croyez, il croit. And the same way we have the verb voir a little bit more down the list. Je vois, tu vois, il voit, nous voyons, vous voyez, il voit. Yes, you guessed it, it follows the same pattern. Je vois, tu vois, il voit, nous voyons, vous voyez, il voit. And I'm pretty sure that if we go under the sight index, verb, boire, croire, voir, we will have some practice and exercises as well, which I encourage you to try to do for a better understanding of the use of these verbs, so you can get also used to the pattern. Bon, bah, c'est tout pour l'instant. That's all for now. Merci.